Welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're cracking open a new bottle of Smokewagon. Kentucky, no, not straight bourbon whiskey. Tennessee, not a Kentucky product. So I had to look because this bottle comes courtesy of super fan of the channel, Steve. Took a ride out to visit a friend out in Long Island, New York. And lo and behold, he found a bunch of good stuff that we cannot find here in Massachusetts. So this is one of the many bottles that you'll see coming up doing that. So
hear his name.
Well, hear his name, right. So this is Smokewagon. This is at 92.5 proof. It's non-age statement. We got it for approximately $29.99.
I missed that on there, the proof.
Okay. The company is H&C Distilling Company, but the actual distiller is MGP. It's rumored to be 60% corn, 36% rye, 4% malted barley. This happens to be the special Halloween edition. This actually is supposed to glow in the dark if you hold it up to the light enough. They have like a Christmas one, a regular one, and stuff like that. And their goal when they released this in 2019 was to create an affordable everyday bourbon, is what they said about that. So that was their thing.
We did try to glow in the dark and semi-failed on that one.
It did glow in the dark for me and Steve the other day, but we definitely held it up to the light a lot longer than we did here. Not something I'm going to worry about, whether it glows in the dark. It's whether it'll last on the shelf long enough to worry about glowing in the dark. So this is not what they're known for. This was I figured we would start with this one. Full disclosure, more to come. They do have a nice little lineup. They're known mostly for their uncut and unfiltered one that they have. That's what they're
like old tub.
It's like people's
choice.
No, it's like people raved about it. I can't wait to try it, but I figured unlike most of the things we do, we're going to start at the bottom and work our way to the top.
That's kind of different for us.
It is different for us.
Find the top one and we're all happy.
That's a little teaser if you can read between the lines. I did get a few of these while he was out there because I'm like, I've never seen these in Massachusetts. I will say I have seen one of their regular, the uncut and unfiltered one, but it was like behind glass for like crazy money. And I'm like, yeah, not going to ever do that one. So we do have one in the sack. So they will be coming in the not so far future, but
it's such a difficult choice back there.
No, it actually is. We have so many. You know, one of these days I'll have to take a picture. There is well over 70 bottles over in the corner that we like, and I have to try to pick and choose like which one do you do. So now, just
one day I'll have to just walk over and grab one, and it is what it is.
That's the way we should do it. Because when I have to look at them, I'm like, what do I want to do? I want to really do an old one that's been here for 7 months, but then again, I wanted to try one of these because we have like 4 of them.
Yep.
So just strictly coming out. Now, this is MGP. We don't usually have a problem with MGP, but coming out nose-wise, this is not leaping out of the glass. It's just like
you were going to say this is crazy. I was going to go, we got a different bottle.
No, I'm barely getting anything. Barely getting anything. So that's it is 36% rye, which should give us a little sparkle coming out of your face, but much better on a palate than it was on the nose for me.
But it's not crazy.
It's 92%. It's not high either.
Maybe that's why I was thinking what we did the other day with, know.
Well, your warm up was hotter than this. You know what I mean? You went hotter. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you gotta take it for what it is.
I hear you.
It's only 92%.
I don't really get the rye sparkle too much. Did you?
I left it on my tongue, and you get the little pop rocks when it sits on your tongue a little bit, but it wasn't hot by any means. This was. I took a little baby sip because I wasn't sure how hot it was going to be. But let me go back in again. I had high hopes for this because of their bigger ones. People raved about it.
It's not really standing out to me. I mean, is it bad? No, it's not bad. But it's not like this is a must buy. Right now,
this isn't their must buy.
No, I'm just you got this is me. I'm saying
Nope.
this would not be my must buy type deal. It's
No, I got
is
you.
it good?
Yep.
It's good. Could I pass on it? I probably could for the price. Well, knowing other stuff that's out there.
Because, and again, we try not to pick on anyone.
No,
This is very good.
it is.
But at $30, you're low enough where you're contending with all the like the Evan Williams bottled in bond in the fighting
Old
cock
Forester.
that you can get 2 of them. Old Forester 100. You're fighting with a decent amount of different ones that you can get that have a good taste. I mean, you're talking 2 for 1 for Evan Williams.
The regular Elijah. I don't think is 30, is it?
It's in that general range, I think.
It's
It's
25.
yeah, but still, you're in that. You're not going to be able to buy 2.
No.
You know what I mean?
you're
But
gonna buy
you
two.
could buy 2 Evan Williams bottle and bonds, or you can buy a handle
Like,
for that almost. You know what I'm
buy
saying?
2 fighting cock or 2.
Exactly.
You only get 1 wild turkey.
1 wild turkey, but
But
just for what we can buy in mass. Although this is changing.
It
in the
is
glass.
coming around.
It is
It is
definitely
coming
waking up. Because I was barely getting just ethanol, like not even ethanol. It was just kind of like
weird because it's only 92, but it is coming around.
It is
after
starting
a
to
couple
caramel
sips.
out. So
Yep.
which is good. Where that's part of why we try to
maybe a
babble a
light
little
fruit.
bit. Drinkability wise, though, it's for a higher rye because you're higher rye than even like Old Grandad. I think is 32%. If my mind
So
reminds me
that's
of that.
so for that, with that, it's a pretty easy drinker.
Mhm.
For it doesn't have a crackle that Steve's gonna like this one because it
Right.
is pretty mellow. It's,
No,
it's-
100%.
It doesn't have a bad flavor. It is coming around. The nose is better.
Mhm.
I thought this was a twist off when you first started.
Nope. I actually, the more I keep drinking on it, the second and third sip that we just had there, it's definitely, it's, go ahead, I'll take it. It stays on your tongue for a 92 proofer. It has a decent longevity. It's not anywhere near some of the caliber of some, but
Right.
it doesn't just go away.
No.
It does hold a little bit of a flavor.
Which the first sip, I was going to be a little shocked because we haven't really not liked too much. MGP came out and whatever they did, tweaking it after.
Right.
It ended up always having a pretty decent.
Right.
The nose started real weak, but it came through.
Right. Now, as a norm, and this is a rarity on this one, as a norm, other bottles that I've seen from these guys are a lot more high tech and they're really cool. I actually like this one because I was like, well, you don't ever see it with all they always have this, the Smokewagon, and that stands for something. I'll explain it in one of the future episodes. But this was with all that, it actually has, like, because this was their Halloween and they have one with the Christmas
seen the
stuff
little
and stuff like
skeletons in
that.
it.
Right. So it's kind of, when I seen that, I was like, oh, grab that one, Steve, because that is a limited edition bottle. You don't always see them because it doesn't.
I wonder if their Christmas edition will be as spicy as.
No. I believe it's the exact same
Oh, okay.
liquid.
All right.
It's just
They didn't
the
tweak it.
bottle is.
The nose
festive.
did come around.
Yeah. No. Again, for the $30 to have a different bottle on the shelf, and I don't.
That
I
would
can
be
see
the
that
biggest.
part.
That would be the biggest thing.
You know what I mean?
If you want a different look, the taste, it's not going to blow you away. It's good, but it's not. I don't know. There's plenty other good as with that price. So, but be it
or though, because we both like usually for the most part we're like 100 and up in proof. Someone like Steve prefers like a lower proof one. There's not a lot around in our area, lower proof ones that have a decent amount of flavor like this. Because you got to remember, this is only 92 proof. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. Would I rather have Evan Williams bottle and bond? Yes, because it's bringing at least 100
proof.
proof.
This distiller is either. You know what I mean? So again, we haven't hit too many of even our local. So for $30, if it's a small distillery, that's actually not a bad price.
Well, but then it's not their juice.
I know,
either.
it's
It's
MGP.
coming from MGP.
A lot of ours, locals start that way too.
Penelope was just a small distillery that is using MGP juice. You know what I'm saying? And look at what they created. So I can't wait to try their other ones. This one's solid. It's solid.
It is.
And for the price, I get what they did. They put one out
And
because all the other ones were a lot more
and
money.
it's a different bottle.
They were a lot more money. The other
So
ones.
if you do kind of travel around or whatever, and you can't get in your area and you find it somewhere, it would add to your collection.
Unfortunately, we may get it from all you guys that live here in Massachusetts. Yeah, we did not find this in Massachusetts. This came via New York because it's funny. He went. It's like 2 hours to get to Long Island from here, and then he's like, "Wow, it's a whole nother world," because they get stuff out there that we just don't. We got a sneaker coming up that we haven't even closely that came from New York. But this again, it's weird when you go to a different state and you're like, we touch it. You know what I mean? Like, why can we not get this stuff? But it doesn't come here, but it went there.
I know. I wonder how far over the border. Does it stop in New York, or
Nope.
like you leave Mass and it's right there, or is it?
No, because I've actually had someone else said if you're looking to get Heaven Hill, literally take the Tappan Zee and it's right there. Like take it Tappan Zee, take the first exit, and there's a liquor store right there that has Heaven Hill. But you can't get it in Mass. You got to cross the border to go into New York to get it, which is weird. But and he happened to be going to Long Island to meet up with a friend, and he's like, "Hey," I'm like, "You found what?" I'm like, "Nope, grab it." It was a very expensive trip for mine. I didn't get to go to New York. I didn't get to see anything, but it was an expensive trip for me when he went there. I can tell you that. But overall, it's a good entry point. I wanted to start with the best one, but that would just be wrong because then we would have nothing bad. You know what I mean? So I said,
how we usually do it.
Let's start with the lowest price point and proof point first.
Oh.
And then we'll work our way in.
Again, it's not terrible. It's not bad. It's just it's there. There's your issue. 30. There's a lot around in 30 that you could grab.
Yes.
Do I like the bottle? Do I like the concept? I do.
The difference is the proof. Like, we don't seem to find a lot of lower proof ones for any amount of money. You know what I mean? Like, because we don't seem to gravitate to them.
Because obviously you got JTS and it comes in at 10, and
we did them all
and it just came in at 10.
Yeah, but they're not here.
I know.
Yeah.
So when you have that too in the back of your head, it's like, all right, this is 30.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear you.
We'd probably never come off the bottom row if we lived down.
No, I was just.
We'd be getting these just for a show, but we'd be drinking those on a regular basis.
I was just telling Steve that today. I said, honestly, we would have the smallest shelf in the world. There would just be a bunch of the whole bottom row would be on my shelf. That's it. Because their bottom row down in Kentucky is phenomenal compared to half the stuff we can get up here. So, well, there you go. We'll keep this one short and sweet because Sundays was a long one. So, Smokewagon Straight Bourbon Whiskey. I would say it's a buy. We can't get it in Massachusetts, so it was definitely a buy for me. And $30 is not outrageous, but again, it is competing with a handful of really good ones, though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of them I could put up against. I will have to try to see what I have in the 92 range to try to do a Sunday Fun Day and see if we can get it in there, because this has been opening up in a glass. So much like that Green River that came out and surprised us that a week or so ago. I like to see a week from now.
The nose even came.
That's what I'm saying.
If we did it back and forth, this would stand out.
That's what I'm saying.
Like going through the first time, you'd be like, all right, what is this one?
Right, but once it opened up, it is coming out of the glass nice now. So at that proof. So I'll have to look on the shelf what we have around the 90 to 95 range and see if I can throw 4 bottles up. So. There you go, Smokewagon Straight Bourbon Whiskey, $30. I say give it a try. Any suggestions that you guys actually have or you'd like to actually see on the channel, leave a comment down below because I'd be interested to see any that we haven't done on what you'd be interested on seeing in a future episode.
And so be patient if you name a bottle and
oh no, right, yeah,
when it's not here,
we're
doing our best to try to find a shipper and or we got Steve that just travels.
Right. Well, someone just picked a great Sunday Fun Day, but we were missing 3 out of the 4 bottles. So
that was evaporation problem.
The only one. Oh. We never did 2 with the other 2.
Oh, yeah.
One Mike drank it all, and I keep telling him to stop. He doesn't listen to me. So, but all right. So there you go, Smokewagon Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Subscribe.